Hey everyone, Mango7Roll here. How we doing today? Welcome to another episode of Sonya Backwards. We're gonna try out Ainos for the first time today. I've tried her out a little bit in scenario. I have my opinions so far, but let's give her a shot. I do want to say her sitting animation is 11 out of 10. She sits there and plays a game. I love it to death. She is not plus 15. It turns out Stigma is a hard to get resource when you spend it all on Phantasms right before. So we're 5-5. We are missing 3% combat readiness every time she takes a turn, which isn't really a big deal. I wanted to make sure she got her healing and whatever boosted up and everything. That's the main thing I wanted. She's got a 75% chance to decrease defense for one turn. One turn really hurts, but it is what it is. And then whenever she ends her turn, she boosts 20% CR if this was maxed and dispels the debuff from the highest attack ally or from an ally. So it's not the highest attack ally. So that's one thing to note. This hits two different people. And then her final one does damage, which I think is a detriment. And I actually dislike this on her. Also increases attack and speed and proportionate to the target's max HP. And the burn is extra healing here. We are sitting on these stats: 35% effectiveness, 1700 attack, 1170 defense, 16 or 15.5k health, 250 speed, such and such. You know the gear here. It's not the best, but it's pretty fast and I like it. Decent defense too and decent HP. We're also running her on a Soul Weaver Celestine, which is not the best idea. The second option I had was either Water's Origin or Idol's Cheer. The big problem with her, specifically with her skill 3, is there's no artifact to take advantage of this IMO. If we had something like Abyssal Crown or not Caladra, or a Sierra Ren, or legit anything that could take advantage of her skill 3 actually hitting a target, that would be fantastic, but we don't. So the best I could do was Celestine. And I don't think this is the best option, but because I feel like she's going to have a hard time healing, I felt like I needed a healer artifact, something that actually puts some throughput through there. Can't use Rod of Amaryllis, obviously, because this does damage, but anyway, let's bring her into a battle. I've got some ideas of how I want to... Why do I do that every time? I've got some ideas of what I want to use her like, so let's jump in. Okay, these are the teams we're going in with. The idea behind her is just to kind of abuse the CR boosting. So we have Rylet going straight into General Purgus, which is boosting the CR. We have Ainos going, which is boosting the CR. Everything is just focused around having Rylet just go a billion times. I would like it if there was a Ruel or something here. That way that can attack the Ainos and kind of fuel her there. Bottom team, we're just memeing. So let's ignore bottom team, pretend that one doesn't exist. And I think this is going to work. The general idea was just 2 DPS or 1 DPS, somewhat of a healer support. By the way, this is a 260 speed Rylet because my Sonya or my Ainos is very, very fast. So we already see one of the big problems here with Ainos in that she attacks. If she didn't attack, it would be fine. Like if she just buffed it, all be good. But unfortunately, she's going to proc a counterattack from the Charles. She's going to get a dodge on the Rylet. So that's a little unfortunate. And it actually, watch how little damage this is. 600 damage. Like that is just not cool. I don't know why it does so little damage. But okay, I mean, if you want to miss the 93% chance to crit and ruin my showcase, so help me. But it's okay. Look at the CR right here. Watch this CR boost. Look at this. Oh, everybody's so fast now. Provoked on Rylet, that's fine. We're gonna get boosted so much, and we will be getting rid of that provoke because of the Ainos going next. So that's awesome. And look at how much damage she's taken. Like, she's pretty tanky. Like, she's not super tanky, but she's got enough tank. So that's a little unfortunate. So let's see how much she heals with Celestine here. 1k damage. Not too great, but we did proc the defense break. I don't even see how much we healed here. So this will kill. Should have been dead last time, but it is what it is. We're also going to do this to try to stun the Lilius. It kind of sucks to fuel the Rylet. But we don't fuel the Rylet because we're gods.
What now?
So Yeah, let's just try to land. See, defense break isn't gonna, actually it might matter because we're gonna go and then boost Rylet ahead of the Lilius, so this should technically, does it boost it? Oh, almost does, almost does.
How long do you think you can
Do this here. We have Rylet boosting us again. That's fine. That's fine. Pop, pop. 1400 damage, and we did get boosted ahead. That's the cool part, right? Like, she has surprise potential here with the amount she can push up. By the way, if he tries to kill Ainos here, I'm just quitting. I don't care. I hope he doesn't. I really hope he doesn't. I really, really, really hope he doesn't. Oh! Who's it gonna hit? I don't care if you kill anybody else, just don't kill Ainos. Oh!
Your life.
Wow, would I have lived? Please don't live. Okay, I didn't live. Okay, that's BS. So we technically won that battle. If I wasn't testing her out and wanted to play with her more, we would have definitely 100% won that battle. But it is what it is. So we lost a 33% chance there. I'm not losing her first battle. I want to try her out. I've been working all flipping day to get her going, okay? I'm trying this little girl out, and we're gonna pop because I wanted to pop double time, so have Landy and her on the same team, just so it's like pop all the way along with General Purgus as well. But I didn't want to do it the first battle because I figured it was a guaranteed loss. But don't you worry. Don't you worry. Next time. Oh no. Oh no, oh no, oh no.
Target acquired.
Okay, so starting off, and again, this is showing the problem with her actually doing damage. Like, it's probably better off for me to just auto attack here, but I'm gonna skill 3 just because I do want that attack and speed buff on my Araminta. So all this is gonna do is get her counterattacked by 2 people. So that's not good. Oh, maybe just 1 person. Watch this just kill her. Like, she's somewhat tanky. Like, that's really sad, you know? Like, she's literally gonna die to this counterattack here. Unless we somehow stun the SSB.
What are you gonna do?
This is like my big problem with this game right now, is it just like, it's so hard to just use a character, right? You're just punished for using your characters. Like, look at me try to play the game here. Did she die? She didn't die. Okay, so she's not dead, but she's dead. So the only way we can do this is with a dual attack here and getting a provoke. Okay, so I'm just gonna quit out again. That's a little unfortunate. So obviously my plan isn't working because even with 15k HP and some defenses, she just gets bodied. So we're gonna try to bring her into a more offensive team instead, I think. Since my first plan isn't working. My first plan would only work with single targets because she's just not going to survive. I really did think she was going to survive. Like, that's enough HP you would think to survive. But because her skill 3 just procs all of the things, you can't use her like that. I really did want to just skill 1, but that just feels bad, right? Like, what are you really doing if you're using Sonya and you're just skill 1ing, right? So, because I think if we just skill 1, we win that battle, right? Maybe not win, but we're like in a really good spot. We don't get counterattack for 1. We might get counterattack, but we shouldn't get counterattack. We also don't proc SSB there, so we survive SSB. Interesting. Team 2 really easy. use good units. What do you know? You win pretty easily here. It's okay. Arby's back. Descending blade. I'm a little sad. I thought that would go better. I was so happy about that plan. Like, I thought for sure her and General Purgus and just a DPS would be fine and she'd be able to heal herself through it, but she just doesn't, especially since you're using her heal at the start to buff your team, which then causes you to die and then you don't have your heal up. I did bring Celestine because of that, but I didn't even get a turn, so a little sad there, a little sad.
What now?
Okay, so we're gonna start off with a skill 3. Are we? Yeah, I want an attack buff, okay? I want an attack buff. Counterattack. That's why we bring Rowana. You can't counterattack me now. I mean, you can, but...
Bye-bye.
So this should stun. No stun. High resistance on the Ruel, which is fine. This won't kill. Boost up. She's already back.
Show them what we've got.
So much. Oh, what's that? Did you just get stunned? Pop, pop. Look at her go. Look at her go. I really like this. I think there is huge potential in Sonya, or Ainos, sorry, but I don't know where it is yet. It's like she doesn't even heal. Like she legit just doesn't heal at all, which is a little unfortunate. She doesn't do damage at all either. So it's primarily just her skill 2 that's doing everything, right? Because she does like 1k damage with both of her attacks. She does like almost no healing. Nice RNL, buddy. So let's try to cycle this and see. 5 turns is a lot. This should be less as well. Let's kind of see how much she can start healing. So with the Celestine here, 2600. That's not bad. And we see how fast Araminta's going. She's just zooming along. She's just zooming along, and she's back. Already got her skill 3 up here. Burn and stun, looking good.
Rest in peace.
Looking good. I'm gonna keep picking over here. Nice Elbrus proc, and we'll pop a little bit. Nice Elbrus proc.
Grant me strength.
So now we'll switch back to Charles.
Shall we give this a go? Target acquired.
Pop. 1500 crit. Look at her go. So now we're gonna burn skill 3, which ignores the ER. I should have waited to do this until her skills were up.
What now?
And now we will get speed buff and attack buff. And look at the healing this does. Look at the healing this does. I didn't even see how much did that heal for. More than I thought.
Let's show them what
But
we've got.
still not very much. Okay, so now we just keep cycling turns here. Pop.
Shall we begin?
Oh, we landed a burn there. Pop again. Araminta's going to get ahead of that Ruel a second time.
Shall we give this a go?
And what is the cooldown? So we've got 1 more turn remaining. So we can cycle her turn twice, and then we might have a burn ready to get a stun in. We might not even need the burn,
Bring it on. Rest in peace.
because we're gonna cycle.
Let's get back as
Pop,
quick
pop.
as possible. Shall we begin?
She goes again.
What now?
Okay, so that worked decently well, right? That's kind of what I planned to do with her. Just a bruisery DPS with enough sustain to survive, but we did see how much damage the counterattacks do. So that was interesting. That was not a good showcase, but I learned a lot about her. And when I do these videos, they're the first time I try them out, right? So I haven't tried her out ever before outside of leveling her up in the story. I kind of knew it was going to happen, but I didn't know until we tried it. So overall, I'm decently happy with how she performed, and I think she definitely has a spot. I do really like how fast she goes. I do really like how fast she can make other people. I don't like how squishy she is. Because, like, look at, she doesn't have a lot of defenses, but to die just from counterattacks before she gets a second turn, before the enemy even gets a turn, that's just a little too much, right? So how do you get around that? I just don't know. Obviously, how I would have got around that is just start with skill 1 and just never skill 3, but that just feels atrocious. So let me know your thoughts on Ainos so far, and let me know if you want me to try out on a different build. I thought about building her as like a counter set, because if you get a counter set and you proc decrease defense with your counter set while you're boosting people's CR so much, it can lead for some unexpected kills. But at the same time, I didn't think she would survive at all with the counter set. So, and it's not like I'm bad with gear here, right? Like, flat HP is good on her because she has so low HP. We've got HP percent as well on there. We've got 65% health on here and flat HP. We've got health as a sub as well. Like, every piece has like health or defense except for this one, but it has a lot of flat defense and it completes my set, right? So it's not like my gear is lacking. As for her really self-imprint effectiveness, just for this, I mean, I guess so. That makes sense. Anyway, we're gonna stop here. I think people like this really need a better artifact to use. I think that's something that's holding somebody like this back. So thank you so much for watching. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe as always, and I'll talk to you later. Bye, everybody.